Welcome to The Explainer. Sometimes the biggest ideas are hidden in the simplest places. What if I told you that one single, everyday word could actually unlock the secret to a simplified global language? Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to explore. Yeah, this word right here, wall. I mean, think about it. You've probably used this word a million times, right? Never gave it a second thought. But what if this totally ordinary noun is holding a pretty incredible secret? A secret about how we all try to connect with each other, all over the world. So what can this one little word really teach us? Turns out, a lot. All right, so to get to that big secret, we've got to start small. We have to look at the basics. So let's just zoom in on the word wall itself. We're going to use the Simple English Wiktionary as our guide here. Okay, no surprises here, right? It's a countable noun. You know, one side of a house, a high, flat part of a building. Pretty straightforward. Simple enough. And, you've got the whole package, the pronunciation, the plural form, walls, and some really clear examples. These are the kind of basic rules that make wall a super easy word to get. But, and this is the important part, the really interesting stuff isn't about the grammar at all. Okay, now this is where it starts to get cool. See, wall isn't just a word for English speakers. It is so fundamental, so basic to human experience that the idea exists in, get this, 83 different languages. That is a massive clue that we're onto something important here. And it doesn't stop there. Our source, the Wikipedia page, also points out that wall is one of the 1,000 most common headwords in the entire language. So, okay, it's not just a universal concept. It's absolutely essential to how we talk. But trust me, its real significance goes even deeper than that. Because tucked away on that same simple dictionary page, there's a clue. Just a single sentence, but it points to something way bigger, something much more profound about why this little word matters so much. And here it is, a tiny little note. You could easily scroll right past it. It says, wall is on the Basic English 850 list. Okay, let's stop right there. What in the world is the Basic English 850 list? You see, that one little sentence changes everything about how we see this word. It's not just a common word by chance. Nope, it's been specifically chosen for something. So, what does that actually mean? Well, what it means is that we've just stumbled onto this incredible linguistic project called Basic English. And that list, the BE 850, that's the key that unlocks the whole thing. So here's the deal. Basic English isn't just a list. It's a whole simplified version of the English language. It was designed way back in the 1930s by a linguist named Charles K. Ogden. And his goal, it was huge. He wanted to make it easier for people all over the world to communicate just by using a core set of 850 absolutely essential words. And the way he did it was just brilliant. He broke it down so precisely, 600 nouns, 150 adjectives, and then this tiny, powerful list of just 100 operators. Words like verbs and prepositions that do all the heavy lifting in a sentence. The whole point was to create this common ground, this shared foundation, so that anyone from literally anywhere could understand each other without any confusion. Which brings us to this perfect metaphor. These 850 words, including our friend wall, they weren't just picked out of a hat. They were carefully, deliberately chosen to be the building blocks, the essential pieces you could use to build sentences and express pretty much any idea, no matter how complex. Okay, so let's tie this all together. When you understand what Basic English is all about, you realize that a simple word like wall, well, it's not just a word anymore. It's kind of like a linguistic superstar. Just look at the difference here. On one side, you've got standard English. It's got a huge, vast vocabulary, really complex grammar. It's powerful, for sure, but man, it can be tough. And then on the other side, you have basic English, just 850 core words, a much simpler structure. It was designed from the very beginning to be clear, simple, and accessible for absolutely everyone. So, you see, wall isn't just a noun for a part of a building. Not anymore. Being on that B8050 list means it's something more. It's a foundational piece of a whole system. It's a tool chosen on purpose to help build bridges of understanding between people all over the world. And that really leaves us with a big question to think about, doesn't it? If just 850 words, a vocabulary so small you could fit it on a single piece of paper, if that can build a bridge between entire cultures, it just makes you wonder, what other walls could we break down? What else could we build together if we all just tried to communicate a little more simply?